Good morning everybody and welcome back to ETC. Today we'll be continuing our lore delve through the Origin system. I want to briefly apologise, however. I did have to take a short break for some personal matters that I had to deal with, but we should be back on track for the foreseeable future. But not intending to get too far into that, simply explaining that I am not taking another prolonged break, at least not yet. So without any further ado, today we'll be doing the Sacrifice quest as a sort of... I wasn't going to do this initially. I was just going to do the Apostasy Prologue and the Prelude to War as one video, but it's a pretty steep departure between those two, so I figured we should go through this and give a little bit more context as to who Ballas is and what is going on with the Lotus. Hope you all enjoy. And let's get into this. Ooh. Hello, Excalibur. That was ominous. Oh no, not my delta waves. I don't even know what a delta mail is.
On Earth. Recent activity. I don't think... Oh, what's this? Marking all navigation. How did you know? Well, this is the operator we're talking about.
Alright, where are we heading off to? Off to Earth we go. See what on earth the sentients are up to now. It's also rather bizarre to see Ballas having sentience working with him. But I guess we'll find out what the deal with that is. Also, apologies if my enemies look weird. I found out there was an accessibility feature to make enemies glow. And while you may sort of feel that, oh, that's an easy mode, whatever, I don't have very good eyesight. It's helpful to me to have the enemies glow. So, I hope it's not annoying. But I'm not inclined to turn it off. But it does also mean that I should have a little bit of an easier time actually shooting enemies. So, hopefully that's a worthwhile trade-off for everyone. Okay, not allowed through here. Can we... Oh, yeah, okay, that worked. Come here. No, we... Okay, I'll just hold them off here. God, I love Araxia. And with Tesla Novus, it's pretty funny. The spiders will just go around and strip people thanks to Archon continuity and their toxin damage. So Tesla Novus is the augment for Valban's helmet. It makes them explode equal to... not 100 what percentage of their health, but some pretty decent percentage of their health when they die. Electric damage. So it just helps turn my spiders into a decent AoE. Helps them get through things a little bit faster. It'll also help offer a little more variety. Because otherwise I may just start playing Gara, so I don't have to focus so much while I'm actually playing.
Did the Lotus show you? I don't know, but I think she wants me to see this. I'll scan the scene, check for warframe traces.
Can I? No, I can't. Okay, I was pretty sure I couldn't use my scanner while I was in spider form. What was that? Hello? Okay, no, this is maggots. So we scan the sword.
This blade may predate everything in your arsenal. Very faint traces of mineral exposure from Lua.
I think we have to scan this. No. No, it's graves, I guess. No, nothing about the banners. Anything up the... Nope, okay, that's straight out of the area. Oh.
Remnants appear to be a warframe composition. I am not familiar with this design.
Okay, interesting. Oh, there's something.
Almost crude. If you can get another scan, I may be able to synthesize a partial schematic of the victim.
Okie dokie.
I know what you're going through. With the Lotus, I mean. Remember how you abandoned me?
No.
Happy I am now. Don't worry, operator. We'll find her.
Alright, orders. Alright, so now at least we know we're looking for sentient parts, I get the impression. I haven't found anything over here. Ooh, what is that? Is that important? Huzzah!
I have extraction ready. I think you should hurry.
Alright, now I can get out of here.
August, what's going on? Implementing an ambush? I may have underestimated ghoul intelligence. Expect resistance toward the extraction zone.
Not a problem. Let's make some spiders. Eat some people. I'm kind of surprised that isn't one-shotting them, I'm going to be honest. But, alright. We've got signs of a mysterious warframe. I was kind of glad to know that this is a good place to find the tack and lug and the tomcat. Like, it's not the most relevant thing, but kind of cool, actually. Alright, what you got for us? Check our foundry.
Uncertain if any tale has linked with this design. The transference bulb seems different, but we cannot build this without more data.
What about Lua? You said there were traces on the weapon.
Right. One step ahead, aren't you, operator? Marking on navigation.
Get off my dick, orders. Jesus. So, let's go see what we can find over here. See if we can find the pieces for this warframe. Kind of appreciate that this quest is a more traditional warframe quest. Because this is how a number of the non-main story quests in Warframe work. That there's some sort of like story hook that will let you know about the Warframe.
It's trying to attack him.
What? The warframes are transference control battle envoys for the operator to command. I don't understand.
This one is different.
Right.
Cipher. Impossible to bypass. They use mnemonic code plays drawn directly from your memory. Perhaps search the area? Curious. These markings seem fresh. Are there more?
Alright, let's see if I can actually do this. I'm happy to mention that we never have to do this mechanic again, outside of the sacrifice quest, but I find it incredibly bizarre. So does that mean that we've got to do that, into that, into that? Alright. Maybe I am just stupid.
What are these? Some new sentient design?
An old design. Mimics. Sentient mimics. These haven't been seen since the old war. How did mimics get to the origin system? Operator, vigilant, approaching. Things.
Things.
Sorry, can't be more specific.
Alright. So we've got another... Yeah, alright, let's go looking for symbols. But as I was saying, before I got interrupted by the dialogue in the first log, about this is much more like a traditional Warframe quest about you have some sort of story hook to get you looking into the Warframe, to find out if you're at all interested in their deal. And then there'll be a couple of attached sort of mini quests or sub-objectives to go farm its pieces if you care to actually finish the quest. Or sometimes they'll lead you to an assassination, which that's how we get a fair number of Warframes. I can't really say most Warframes anymore. Oh, okay, nice. There's two of them. But it's one of the nice things about going through the early solar system, sort of having a reason to go and do even mission types that you're not the biggest fan of, or even things like sabotage that, look, they're not the fastest mission to do, but they're totally fine. but they're not an infinite mission type, so I'm not that inclined to run them as void relics. And not because they're annoying or anything, just I think it's better to run captures, or rescues, maybe even exterminations, depending on the sort of frames you play. Or you'll just go on infinite. Okay, apparently I did find that one, but I didn't see it. Well, but the hacking terminal will remind me of what they are. So, where is this last one? Oh, I don't know about that energy. There we go. No, not down here. Where is this? Glyphy, glyphy, glyphy. Okay. I did not know that we had to hold together planets. No, this is too far. Oh. Alright, let's see if we can figure out this door. Oh, inside. But, alright, so we want to start. Yep. Alright. Wasn't too bad. Apologies for any of you screaming at the screen what the answer is. I assure you, even from the future, I may have heard you.
There are still strong aftershocks from when you put Lua out of the void.
Reach the lair. Okay. What does that even mean? This is my fault for not listening. Right.
It is with the greatest of risk that I can make this recording. Reveal the hidden weakness of your most feared enemy. My creations. My frames of war. A Vitruvian. This is rare Oracle technology. Incredible it survived this long. You should destroy it immediately.
What? No. We need to get inside. But it's locked to a new set of codes. Bringing it back for analysis.
I was afraid you would say that.
Alright, we have found some strange Oracle recording doohickey. So let's go find out what Orders can make of this. If anything, because I kind of get the impression our orbiters are Oracle tech. So as much as it may be, oh wow, Oracle tech, like, I'm pretty sure you're Oracle tech, bro. Don't be weird. Gosh, I love Araxia. I really hope that Valkyr's zipline gets changed to her helmet over Warcry, because I want that so bad for Araxia. Now it grabs people from like 10 meters or something around at base if you actually do target a person with her little web sling ability.
Operator, I'd rather not connect that Vitruvian to my systems. It could affect my systems in
It's also your job, Orders.
Say please, didn't you?
No, I had to say it was your job.
Orders, you need to learn how to stand up for yourself. To say no and mean it. Even if it is the operator.
Oh, Jesus. Is Orders ODing? Is Balth fucking his dumb brain with stupid? Orders?
I have been upgraded, Star Child. Your warframe blueprint now has the required data. Check Foundry.
Cha. Hello, dipshit.
Morning, old friend. I'm afraid the disease has taken your voice, but we've prepared the finest serums to treat you. Shall we pass the time with a game of Cody, like old times? You remember this game, don't you? Think you'll move in the board senses. Oh, this. I've had them fit you with a transference bolt in honor of our history together. But look who hasn't left your side since you took ill. Look at him, old man. Look at your son. Can you hear me? Father? It's me. Isa. Do you remember me? Of course he remembers you, young Dax. Which will make this reunion all the more tragic when you watch him die.
I have my suspicion that that's Tashin's son. Ishin and Tashin are very close together.
What happened?
The warframe I want you not to build, that you live anyway.
But I can't prove that.
Transference overload and damaged my precepts. It has escaped out into the system.
That's
When I
bad.
linked to it, there was something there. A memory.
Warframes are transference proxies for the Star Child. They do not have memories.
Bitch, I'll make you a memory in a minute.
Might be why it's unstable. Orders. Let me look at the Vitruvian.
Yeah, click on the blue ones.
What let us hear? You did. You vile blasphemies. Machines, thinking, breeding. You were to bear us a new promised land. Well, you knew that in time we would bring ruin to it as well. As we have. So it was. We came to war.
Woo, whoa.
Orders, we need to track that Umbra warframe.
Done, Star Child.
Trying to end a new orders. Okay, good. It just put me in the Axia. Axia, why didn't you kick him in the dick? Alright, that was pretty strange. But it does help bring up one of the more interesting questions that Warframe brings up. about the idea of transhumanism, how far over that line you have to go before you're not anymore. I haven't made a video on cephalons. I'm not really sure if there's enough information about them, but Ortus is a cephalon, AI of sorts, made off a real living consciousness. The Orokin turned people into all kinds of things in endeavours to find immortality, as forms of punishment, as means of retaining their services indefinitely. So, I want to take this moment to ask, would you consider Ortus a person? Maybe not necessarily a human, but if we met a Martian next week, would they not deserve respect, assuming they were not hostile? So, in the context of space, I will say people rather than human. This also branches into a question of what sort of life is important to you? Because I respect animals and trees and, honestly, to some extent, even things like fruits, like they're alive. But I don't really think much of the meats that I do eat. I'm not a vegan or anything, just am pretty nature-loving. But have a disregard for the computer age, despite being here on a YouTube channel. So don't really regard AI or anything like that as a form of even simulated life. I don't really view it as anything more than a program, and I'm sure the people who make these things could explain all the differences between a LLM and a simple program that I wouldn't care about or probably even understand, I'll be honest. But because of that, I don't view Ortus as alive. I view him as a function of my ship. Much like the Helminth, honestly, but it's unclear what sort of mind, if any, the Helminth or the infested in general have. But they are mutated to a point beyond recognition that I have a hard time seeing them as, like, reasonable entities. But honestly, if we were presented allied infested faction to some small part, like we are with the Gemini skin for Nyx, I'd be kinda okay with that. I believe I've even spoken about this before, that I think DE is trying to set up a friendly aspect to all of these factions for reasons that I don't actually think I could reasonably discuss on YouTube. I guess, like, I can say the Tenno are known for exterminating the Orokin. I think by the end of Warframe we may be given the choice to do that to a number of the races, or to try and reform them through these positive aspects of their factions. But this wasn't supposed to be a video on transhumanism. Let's go find Umbra before he gets into any sort of trouble, honestly. Kind of a rogue Warframe running around, and give us a bad reputation.
Starchild, are you seeking revenge for its damage to me? Will you destroy this unbearable thing?
No. The codes are in his memory. If I can get close, I'll go in again and try and recover them. He's the key to finding the Lotus. I can feel it.
Where's the security node? There is one back here. Where is it? Wait. Hello again, Bells.
Your move.
Issue. Ah. I guess I'm probably playing black.
Curious.
Yeah, okay. That is to show me how to take pieces. Alright, so you're gonna go ahead and block that off. So I'm gonna go down here. Oh, okay, that does work. Okay, I didn't know we could take multiple pieces at once.
Go on.
Cool. Let me go here. Yeah, fair. And then I can't put a piece there because I get the impression it will be automatically captured. I don't know if this game is winnable. I apologize for trying to
Make your
win.
play.
But I don't actually know if it's possible. So, feel pressured to go here. Then he goes there to stop me from capturing. And we can't capture there. So I will simply move here.
I see.
And at this point I'm largely trying to tie the game. Because I don't know if I can win. But he has to play. Yay.
I love this game. I'll never forget the time I finally beat him. But now I'm thinking he just let me win.
Alright, so you can win. I will take my centerpiece. I will defend here. Right. Okay, now I'm stupid. So that should force him to defend. Now I need to go here to stop him from taking this. No, he already can't take that. They're defending one another. So I'm simply going to go here. Yeah, okay, that's one game to you.
You served with distinction, old Dax.
Thank you,
Commissioned
Bowers.
a portrait in your honor, there, on the wall.
Yes, I saw that, it's very nice.
The sentient battle at Hall. I can't imagine. You were awarded the Lua Cross for valor. Will you follow in your father's path? Of course. He will. And his children will. You see, these are the stakes of this little game. Each stone I capture will be another, and another, and another.
I don't understand how to win skirmishes in Comey.
I couldn't breathe.
Somehow you are inverting the flow. Not from tenor to warframe, but warframe to tenor. There may be residual effects. Return to the ship.
But I'm kind of starting to come around on it, I'll be honest. If you asked me last week how I felt about it, I would have told you I hated it. But I do quite like chess, despite not being very good at it, I'll be honest. But I'm half inclined to see if we can play Comey with other people. And if we can, honestly, that might be a fun thing to do. Not for content, just in general. But anyway, as I run to extraction here, I do want to apologise that I have a hard time talking and playing at the same time. These videos are all obviously an attempt to sort of work on that. But I will occasionally apologise for these dead air moments while I'm just sort of clearing the mission. Feel free to let me know if you would rather me just sort of cut them out. Obviously, I could just cut any dead air when me or the mission navigator isn't talking, but it may make it a little bit weird to watch. I don't like watching heavily edited content. But there's also an argument I should just stream these.
Shone like a black star. For our technology. Were your kin? How easily you turned them against us. Not circuits, nor light, but flesh and disease. Our ravaged outer colonies became gardens. We cultured the infestation, conceiving of a hybrid. The helmet was created, born to yield these new warriors, while we advanced. Careful how. We took our greatest, volunteers on board, and recruited them. They transformed. They became infested. But only just. Their skin blossomed into sword steel. To untold resilience. Yet their minds were free of the infested madness. We set them upon the battlefield. Biodrones under our command. The warframes, all of them failures. They turned on us, just as you did, and so we had no choice but to commit them to grave. You know, Hanho, but there is a hidden half, a secret that lies within a place. I speak of the void.
Starchild, repairs continue. Allow me to test vestigial precepts for a moment, like caring. Operator, you need to stop this. You could suffer permanent harm from Umbra's memory. What if you internalize all this?
I feel like he's leading me to the truth about Ballas. Right now, it's all I have to go on.
Alright. That was, again, pretty bizarre, but I'm glad that Ballas elaborated a little there on what the helmet is. For any of those who don't know, this is our helmet.
Putrid.
This is mine. He may be like yours, but he is different in many distinct ways. And they maintain the warframe on our ship. And as Ballas alluded to there, the helmet strain of the infestation was used to make the warframe somehow. And obviously this is a bunch of sci-fi babble, so I just wanted to sort of mention what the helmet physically is, since it came up in conversation. Alright, let's go. Track down Umbra again. Try and make sure it doesn't slip out of our grip this time. Because, honestly, this is sort of how I see the Tenno in the modern age in the Origin system, as the sort of wardens of the warframes. And if they can act on their own, we not necessarily need to stop that, but do need to contain them and sort of get them on board with the mission. Because I wish all warframes could be given their sentience back. I hope that Umbrifying, or now with the announcement of Gemini skins and proto-frames, that we do sort of get personified versions of all the warframes. Because when I'm next free to play a warframe, I'll probably do the next mission in a Gemini skin, just to sort of show off that they do have voice lines. And I don't know if that is a contrivance for just like, look, it's a cool cosmetic thing, don't think too much about it. Or if it is a sort of indication that when we're not effectively possessing them, but transferencing into them, that they still have agency. And that branches into a bunch of things that will eventually get their own videos. But as I've mentioned before, this is a... what does it want me to do? Oh, kill mimics? Oh, there they are. There we go.
Very good. Now, where is that warframe?
Because honestly, talking about the Gemini skins might be a little bit spoilery, but really, as far as we know, they are simply skins. And it is a cool way for them to add new characters into the game and letting us play them. I shouldn't think too much of it. Where is Umbra? There he is. There we go. That's rich. Oh.
Look at all your Kobe stones I've taken.
That was an
A brother,
interesting
children, and on. All of these go to the Jade Light.
Yeah, that's going to stop me from taking them. Or will it? Oh,
Do you remember your Shazin?
no.
Remember how you sing to us? Smiles from Drop?
Is that a rock song? Doesn't sound like a rock song.
How thoughtful to remind him of his better days. Come now, you'll move. Only a few stones left. Liza, looks like your father still has his sharp wit.
My father understands the game better than anyone.
Yet you couldn't understand why I give myself
This is very true, Orders. The past is the past and can never be changed. And all that means we can't learn from it. It's unhealthy to dwell on. Bloody security lockdowns. But alright, let's go see what comes from the Tano-psychosis. Apologies.
All people held dualism as truth. Things were of two parts, mind and body, consciousness and matter. It was through there that our answer finally came. Distorting my vague auras, we kept the sermons alive. They were the missing half, transference linked. And they, the mind. I give you now the coordinates and codes to this place. They did what we could not. We had created monsters.
I know what I have to do.
Oh no.
I need to hear it. I lived it. Prepare the landing craft, Orders. I'm going in. Myself.
I hope that doesn't mean what I think it does.
I never actually realised that this might be one of the few times you can actually go to navigation as the operator. And see him with the world in them, with the world in their hands.
Operator, please reconsider. You know how dangerous this is. The sentients will be here in force. This is why you bring a warframe to these things.
My warframe is here. Just have to find it.
Operator, please be careful. He's not in control.
Come back, Umbra, we can be friends. Ow. Alright, Umbra apparently does not want to be friends. Oh, and also can apparently see me in void form. Yoink, got your body. Gotcha, bitch.
You have relived this moment countless times, but our minds are linked now. We'll face this together.
Sorry, Asa. The time has come. I am honored to be your son. Don't worry, old friend. I'm not going to kill your boy. You are.
wish Umbra got more voice lines there. Because the one we did get, I do think it sounds like Tashin.
We had created monsters we couldn't control. We drugged them. We prismized their minds, but it did not work. Until they came. And it was not their force of will, not their void delivery, not their aim.
Operator, you did it! Your transport signal is clean, synchronized with our warframe.
Mark a path to extraction. We've got one last mission before this is done.
Copy, but I'm detecting a mass of sentient forces converging on your location. Quickly, will we be able to escape?
No. Let them come.
Maybe I shouldn't have started wandering around. I don't think I can get back. Oh no, I can get up this way. Where are these sentients? Alright, fine, I'm out of energy. I don't play very much XCal. So, apologies if that was sort of embarrassing. Like, what are you doing? I don't know, honestly. I do, however, think it would go super hard if we get a Gemini skin for Excalibur Umbra that's Tashin.
Operator, we have no idea what Ballas is capable of. Please, reconsider this. Why would you risk it?
Ordis, I'd like to hear her.
Okay, I'm not allowed to change
Yes, of
warframe.
course. Accessing data store. Which should I play?
Dream, not of what you are, but of what you want to be.
Operator, there is much to be done. Please consult the navigation console.
Alright, let's finish this.
He is waiting for you, but I'm detecting powerful signals emanating from the core. They are calling out for reinforcements across the entire system. You don't have long.
What have you done with her? Dallas, where is the Lotus?
Has the wolf become a dog? Is this owner or some tenor?
Wolf.
Then both burn.
Sick him on, bro. Mess him up. What you got, bitch? You meant to make me transference back in so I didn't slit your throat.
You think you can defy me? Not even your tenor devil can.
Bitch.
I created you.
Also, I'm now imagining this scene as Space Dad killing bullshit Space Dad.
The cycle is broken.
How I know what she sees in you.
Where is she? Where is the Lotus?
Was that a mom bomb? Hey Lotus. You're looking different.
What? What have they done to you?
Nothing. This is what I am. Drifting, gone beyond the new star. I am coming home.
Is the Lotus a spaceship now? Because if she wants to be a spaceship, she can be a spaceship. Like,
I saw her, Oris.
But it wasn't her, was it?
No. I don't know. But I'm going to find out.
but alright. That was elaboration on, honestly, a few things. But mostly explaining the kind of sicko Ballas is. Likes to control people, sees himself as the man with a plan. But also lets us see the Lotus's sentient form, because in the Natar quest, Hanhel did explain about Natar, and that she is a sentient. So, I don't feel that bad about discussing Natar, honestly, and this is the main reason I wanted to sort of start this lore deep dive, because as I mentioned at the start of this, I've been trying to make a video about the Lotus, but I thought it would be extremely confusing trying to talk about the Lotus, Margulis, and Natar, who are now all technically the same person, but have been two physical entities. Margulis and Natar were different people, but now Natar / the Lotus has the memories, possibly the physical DNA of Margulis. This is a subject for its own video. It's a little bit strange, but this video has been long enough, so I won't keep you here any longer. Hope you all have had a great weekend. Hope you all have a great rest of your week. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. Bye.